Thursday, April 2nd. Yesterday, NASA launched a rocket to the moon with 4 astronauts aboard. One was a woman, I believe. And also there was a full moon in the sky, and it was April 1st, April Fool's Day. So all the conspiracy theorists come out and say, oh, this is bullshit anyway. See, they even launched it on April Fool's. Well, you know, come on. Make up your own minds, but geez, use a little, put a little research behind it before you run your mouth. I was in the 4th grade when I when I watched Neil Armstrong step on the moon for the first time ever, and there are still detractors amongst us in the millions, and actually, who claimed it was all a hoax so long, it was all, you know, a Hollywood thing, some sort of scam. And to what end? Who can say? Okay, that's all I'll say about that. But anyway, that's in the news. Portland, Oregon here. Down by the waterfront at the Willamette River. There is let's see, what's it called? This is the Morrison Bridge. Yeah, that's the Morrison Bridge right there. And beyond that is my favorite bridge, the Hawthorne, which you can't quite make out underneath. You can see a bit of it there. Over here we have the Burnside Bridge with the little red-roofed towers in the middle of it. In the distance there is the Steel Bridge over there. Let me zoom in a bit. Steel Bridge, they call it. Beyond that is the Broadway Bridge, which you can't quite make out here. And beyond that, I believe, is the one of the interstate bridges. I can't remember. Interstate? Yeah. Big bridge. Very tall, modern bridge. Rather modern. A bit modern. Semi-modern. This old tug is a museum now. Over there is the Battleship Oregon Memorial. You know what? I never noticed this giant flagpole. It goes with the Battleship Oregon Memorial, I reckon. It's extremely tall. I would say 32 meters. Gigantic elm tree, I'm guessing, here. All along the pathway here. There's a bunch of them. Here's the entrance to that museum. Let's see what the hours are. I might want to come sometime. On Saturdays. Oh, that's really cheap. $10 and $5. Okay. Note to self. And this davit, or whatever it's called, is what they attach the ships to. Sometimes Navy ships come in here and they moor. I've been meaning to visit one of them because they usually allow visitors at that time when they're in port. And all the sailors go out on the town and roam around, as I used to do when I was in the Navy, wherever we happened to moor or drop anchor. If we drop anchor in the bay somewhere of some place, as we did in a few places in the Mediterranean, and maybe in the Caribbean, we would have to get on boats to go from the ship to the shore. And that was fun, riding up and down on the waves in those little boats. These lampposts, I don't know if they're original. I'd rather doubt it. I don't know though. They're cast. That piece is missing. They have electrical lamps in them now. At one time, they had gas lamps and carbide lamps in them. Here's a closer view of the Burnside Bridge. That apartment building in the distance there. I wonder, is it art or an eyesore? I don't like a mixture of different architectures in the same, area. I personally prefer the older structures be restored. I know it's a lot more expensive, rather than being razed to the ground and something atrocious, as I would call it, being put up in its place. Just an open area for public use. That tall building in the distance is the U.S. Bank Tower. I believe it's the tallest building in Portland. It has the nickname Big Pink. I didn't realize there were words on these steps until now. Wow, a lot of effort was put into this. The kids like to splash around in our fountains in this area during the summertime to cool off, because we do have hot weather too occasionally. Not much, only a few days per year. Here are our cherry trees. I missed it when they were in full bloom. The petals are still falling, I see. Did you come out when it was it was blooming out here?
I missed it.
Yeah, me too, unfortunately.
It's so pretty, but it's not as pink.
It is. I don't know what these big stones are for. I'm gonna go check it out. Some sort of memorial, probably to Japanese internment camps in the United States. If I recall, here's some other parts of it. The check it out. Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. This is bronze, it looks like. The steel bridge from a better vantage point. I see a lone Canada goose swimming around in the river. Now the goose seems to be saying, "Why is he staring at me so intently?" I don't know. Oh, there's another one out there. There's a closer one. Maybe swimming my way, expecting a treat. Is this goose actually eating these rose petals? Yeah, just munching up those rose petals. Look at that. Wow.
I just thought that, like, yeah, we were going to go to the mall. That's what I thought we were doing.
I had no idea. It's making a meal of it. Interesting. This tree has more blooms on it still. Let's see if I can zoom in. I'm so glad to see spring coming on so strongly. We're in for about a week of good weather, and then at least another week of rain after that, it looks like in the forecast. Excuse me. I found me a good bench here. Sit for a while. It is a bit cool, not too bad. I would say mid-50s right now. High is supposed to be 62 today, I believe, and increasingly higher over the coming days into the 70s, mid-70s. Wow, it's been a while since mid-70s Fahrenheit. Still unaware what that is in Celsius. There's lots of clouds. The sun is out. In the distance I see what looks like a bald eagle flying up there. My camera's not good enough to pick that up. It's too far away. I see them occasionally.